The KUAM Congressional Debate had members from throughout the community asking the candidates about issues important to them.
If elected or re-elected, what 3 priorities, new for Congressman Moreland, will you advocate for within your first 100 days as Guam's congressional representative?
2 things we're doing now and will continue to do when I'm re-elected as well. We've added an additional $400 million for the military to build housing in base. In addition, increase the funding cap for Department of Defense to look at these dilapidated buildings, large apartments, old hotels as a possible source for housing for military, and purchasing that or leasing that to take the burden off the housing market on Guam.
We need to get the infrastructure. We can't get more housing built on Guam if we don't have the infrastructure to service it. That is the first thing we need to do. The second thing we need to do is we need to get public-private partnerships, because let's face it, we can't always be asking Uncle Sam to fund everything, because we've seen Uncle Sam does not have enough money to fund everything, and every time they say we don't have enough money, we can't be left high and dry. So we need to incentivize the private sector to get them to build more affordable housing here on Guam. We need to coordinate our federal efforts with the Guam Economic Development Authority, because they've got QC authority.
Both discussing the importance as well for getting more H-2 workers on the island.
If either former President Donald Trump or Vice President Kamala Harris wins the presidency, what do you estimate the economic outlook for Guam will be under their leadership?
It is important that if I win this election, that I be able to work with whoever the occupant of the White House is, whether it be Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, and I will make sure that I represent the people of Guam. And there's going to be pluses and minuses on both sides. I believe if Kamala Harris wins, I think there's a lot more opportunity to help the society on Guam, to improve our opportunities to get child care, to get $25,000 credits for housing for the people of Guam, things that we are really going to need. At the same time, if Donald Trump happens to win, I think he's very transactional, and I think there are things he's going to do in terms of military buildup which we could actually benefit from as well.
Let the people decide, and at the end is where I'm going to work together with them. Right now we have a Democrat as president, and the House, which is controlled by Republicans, are working our best. The Senate is run by Democrats as well in the 118th, and the House is working its best as majority